The Cogitating Ceviché presents John Kendrick Bangs, master of wit and whimsy, honoring the overlooked satirists and thinkers who altered our perspectives. Number 20, by Conrad Hannon. Narration by Amazon Polly. Preface. In the grand tradition of celebrating those who have wielded wit and wisdom to critique, amuse, and enlighten us, we present the 20th installment of our series, honoring the overlooked satirists and thinkers who altered our perspectives. This series has been a journey through the minds of individuals whose sharp pens and insightful observations have often been shadowed by the more prominent figures of their times. Yet, their contributions have undeniably shaped our understanding of society, politics, and human nature. As we delve into the life and legacy of John Kendrick Bangs, we continue our mission to bring to light the works and wits of remarkable thinkers and writers who have uniquely altered the landscapes of satire, fantasy, and intellectual thought. Bangs, a master of merging the mundane with the magical and the serious with the satirical, stands as a towering yet often overlooked figure in American literature. Through this exploration, we aim to honor his genius and inspire a renewed appreciation for the depth and diversity of satirical and fantastical writing. Conrad Hannon. Introduction. In the pantheon of American literature, a special place is reserved for those who have managed to capture the imagination with wit and whimsy. Among these distinguished ranks stands John Kendrick Bangs, an author whose pen brought to life the fantastical and the humorous, intertwining them in ways that had seldom been seen before. Born in the wake of the Civil War and passing in the Roaring Twenties, Bangs's lifetime, 1862 to 1922, spanned an era of profound change in America, an era that reflected and influenced his work. Bangs carved a niche for himself as a master of fantasy and humor, genres that, in his hands, served not just to entertain but to offer sharp commentary on the society of his time. Through a prolific career that yielded over 50 books, along with numerous essays, poems, and short stories, Bangs established a legacy as a pioneering figure in American literature. His works, characterized by their inventive settings, witty dialogues, and satirical underpinnings, helped shape the landscape of early fantasy and humorous literature, offering a template for future generations to build upon. Early life and education. John Kendrick Bangs was born on May 27, 1862, in Yonkers, New York, into a highly esteemed family in literature and education. This environment nurtured Bangs's early affinity for the written word, setting the stage for his future contributions to American letters. Growing up amid books and discussions on literature, Bangs developed a keen interest in storytelling and satire, which would become the hallmarks of his writing career. Bangs pursued higher education and attended Columbia College, now Columbia University, where his literary talents began to flourish. At Columbia, he immersed himself in the arts, contributing to and eventually editing the college's literary magazine, the Columbia Spectator. This period was crucial in shaping Bangs's literary sensibilities, exposing him to a milieu of creative thought and expression that would influence his distinctive style. His college years were not just about academic growth. They were a time of personal exploration and honing his craft, laying the groundwork for a career that would see him become one of the most beloved humorists and fantasy authors of his time. Career beginnings. Upon completing his education, John Kendrick Bangs transitioned smoothly into professional life, channeling his passion for writing into a burgeoning career in journalism and publishing. His first forays into the literary world were marked by positions at several notable publications, where he quickly made a name for himself with his keen wit and engaging writing style. Bangs's early work for Life magazine and Harper's Bazaar showcased his versatility as a writer and editor. At Life, a magazine renowned for its humor and satirical commentary, Bangs found a perfect outlet for his talents, contributing pieces that delighted readers with their cleverness and insight. On the other hand, his association with Harper's Bazaar allowed him to explore a broader range of topics, from culture and society to more personal and introspective pieces, all marked by his distinctive humorous touch. These early experiences in the editorial departments of such respected publications were instrumental in shaping Bangs's future career. Not only did they provide him with valuable exposure to the publishing industry, but they also honed his skills in both writing and editorial decision-making. During this time, Bangs established himself as a significant figure in American literature, laying the groundwork for the unique blend of fantasy, humor, and satire that would characterize his later works. Literary contributions. John Kendrick Bangs' most enduring literary contribution comes from his inventive Associated Shades series, which humorously explores the afterlife social life. The series, beginning with A Houseboat on the Styx, 1895, introduced readers to a fantastical version of the afterlife where historical and mythical figures convene in a club-like setting on the Styx River. This premise allowed Bangs to showcase his wit and creativity as he brought together characters like Socrates, Napoleon, and George Washington, engaging them in whimsical dialogues that reflected Bangs' observations on society and human nature. A Houseboat on the Styx and its sequels, such as The Pursuit of the Houseboat, 1897, are notable for their pioneering blend of fantasy and humor, making significant contributions to the genres of literary nonsense and early fantasy. Bangs' work predated and perhaps even influenced later fantastical literature by creating a universe where the rules of the real world did not apply, and logic was supplanted by the absurd. His ability to weave together satire, literary references, and fantastical elements helped to establish a template for future writers in the genre. Beyond the Associated Shades series, Bangs demonstrated remarkable versatility as a writer, exploring other genres equally adeptly. For example, his forays into mystery and ghost stories showcased his ability to create suspense and intrigue while maintaining his characteristic humorous undertone. Stories such as The Water Ghost of Harrowby Hall and The Spectre Cook of Bangletop blend the eerie with the absurd, offering a unique take on traditional ghost story tropes and further cementing Bangs' reputation as a master of blending disparate genres to great effect. John Kendrick Bangs' literary contributions extend far beyond the simple entertainment of his readers. His works invited them into a world where humor and fantasy intersect with the human condition. By creating spaces where historical figures could engage with the fantastical, Bangs opened the door to a new realm of literary exploration that continues to inspire and entertain readers and writers alike. Writing style and themes. John Kendrick Bangs' writing style is immediately recognizable for its wit, satire, and unmistakably light-hearted tone that dances through his narratives. His literary voice, both sophisticated and accessible, leverages humor as both a shield and a sword, engaging readers with laughter while subtly critiquing the societal norms and cultural peculiarities of his era. Bangs had the rare ability to poke fun at the world around him without alienating his audience, making his satire both effective and endearing. Bangs' approach to satire was particularly nuanced in the way it utilized fantasy and humor to mirror reality. Through fantastical settings like the celestial houseboat, or conversations among historical figures in the afterlife, Bangs created a parallel universe where he could exaggerate and dissect the follies of society. This method allowed him to address issues such as class disparity, political absurdity, and the human penchant for self-importance with a levity that made his critiques more palatable and impactful. His work, therefore, served as a sort of social commentary wrapped in the delightful package of whimsical storytelling. Moreover, Bangs' themes often revolved around the absurdity of life and the inevitable follies that come with human nature. Although larger than life in their historical and mythical stature, his characters were endowed with human quirks and flaws. This juxtaposition of the grandiose with the mundane served not only to humanize historical figures, but also to highlight the universality of certain human experiences across time. His style and thematic choices reflect a keen observer of both the historical and the contemporary, an author who understood the power of laughter in examining and enduring the complexities of society. Bangs' legacy, therefore, lies not just in the entertainment his stories provide, but in the clever subversions and observations they encapsulate, showcasing a mind that saw the world in all its absurd glory and chose to smile at it. Influence and legacy. John Kendrick Bangs holds a distinctive place in the annals of American literature, both as a pioneer of fantasy literature and as a celebrated humorist. His innovative approach to storytelling, melding the fantastical with sharp wit, has left an indelible mark on the literary landscape, influencing the development of fantasy and humor as potent vehicles for narrative creativity and social commentary. Banks's Associated Shades series, with its imaginative exploration of the afterlife and its inhabitants, broke new ground in fantasy literature. By populating the afterlife with historical and mythical figures and placing them in whimsical, often absurd situations, Bangs expanded the possibilities of the fantasy genre. His work prefigured and arguably paved the way for later writers exploring similar themes, demonstrating that fantasy could be a fertile ground for humor, satire, and philosophical musing. His influence can be traced through the lineage of American fantasy literature, inspiring authors to experiment with setting, character, and tone in innovative ways. Bangs's legacy is equally significant. His ability to weave satire and societal critique into accessible, engaging narratives has made him a cornerstone of American humor writing. Bangs mastered the art of using humor as a lens through which the follies and vices of society could be examined, a tradition carried forward by subsequent generations of writers. His work is a testament to humor's power to amuse, reflect, and critique the world. Today, John Kendrick Bangs' contributions to literature continue to be celebrated and studied for their historical significance and enduring charm and relevance. His works invite readers into worlds where the absurd coexists with the profound, where laughter accompanies reflection. For contemporary audiences and writers alike, Bangs offers a masterclass in infusing fantastical tales with wit, a reminder of the enduring appeal of humor in storytelling. Bangs's legacy lies in his unique blend of fantasy and humor, a combination that continues to inspire and entertain. In the broader context of American literary history, he is a figure who bridged genres and eras, bringing levity and depth to the written word. His influence extends beyond the specific contours of his own work, embodying the spirit of creativity and the enduring power of laughter to connect with the human experience. Personal life and death. Much like his literary output, John Kendrick Bangs' personal life was marked by a profound engagement with the arts and a commitment to the literary community. Residing for much of his life in Yonkers, New York, and later in Ogunquit, Maine, Bangs was deeply involved in the cultural life of his communities, often hosting gatherings that brought together writers, artists, and thinkers. These interactions reflected his love for literary and artistic discourse and influenced his writing, providing fodder for his satirical works and deepening his understanding of human nature and societal dynamics. Bangs was married to Agnes Hyde Bangs, with whom he shared a deep companionship and who supported his literary endeavors. Together, they navigated the joys and challenges of life, including raising their 3 sons. His family life, characterized by warmth and intellectual vibrancy, provided a stable foundation from which Bangs could explore the wide realms of his imagination. Tragically, Bangs's life came to a premature end when he passed away on January 21, 1922, due to stomach cancer. His death marked the loss of one of America's most cherished humorists and fantasy writers, whose work had delighted thousands of readers across the nation and beyond. Yet, the end of his life did not signify the end of his influence. In the years following his death, Bangs's work continued to be celebrated for its literary merit and the distinctive voice that had made him a beloved figure in American letters. His novels, short stories, and essays have been republished numerous times, introducing new generations of readers to his unique blend of humor and fantasy. The legacy of John Kendrick Bangs endures not only through his written works, but also through the inspiration he provides to writers and creators who see his life and oeuvre as a model for harnessing the power of imagination and wit to reflect on the human condition. Bangs's contributions to the literary community and the broader cultural landscape were recognized posthumously, with many acknowledging the loss of a singular talent who could make readers laugh while simultaneously prompting them to think deeply about the world around them. Many mourned his passing, but the enduring charm and relevance of his work have ensured that his legacy continues to thrive, a testament to the lasting impact of his literary vision. Conclusion. John Kendrick Bangs carved a unique niche in American literature, leaving an indelible mark as a master of wit and whimsy. His innovative contributions spanned across fantasy, humor, and satire, crafting worlds where the fantastic and the mundane intertwine with effortless grace. Bangs's ability to blend sharp social commentary with light-hearted humor created a literary legacy that continues to resonate with readers and writers alike. His work not only entertained but also reflected society's complexities and absurdities through a critical and compassionate lens. Bangs's legacy as a pioneering figure in fantasy and humorous literature is a testament to the power of creativity and imagination. His Associated Shades series and other writings showcase a brilliant mind at work that could find humor in the human condition and offer escapism without disengagement. Through his vivid characters and imaginative settings, Bangs invited readers to explore the possibilities of a world unbound by the conventions of reality while holding a mirror to their own. As we look back on the contributions of John Kendrick Bangs, we are reminded of the timeless nature of his humor and the boundless scope of his imagination. His works continue to offer a portal to worlds where laughter and insight go hand in hand, proving that the appeal of well-crafted satire and fantasy endures across generations. For those yet to discover the enchanting realms created by Bangs, there awaits a rich tapestry of narratives that are as engaging today as they were when first penned. Readers are encouraged to delve into Bangs's diverse body of work, to experience firsthand the ingenuity and charm of a writer whose legacy is built on the ability to make us laugh, think, and above all, dream. In exploring Bangs's writings, we find entertainment and a source of inspiration, a reminder of the enduring power of wit and whimsy in the face of life's many absurdities. Thank you for your time today, and until next time, stay gruntled.